A very good morning, student. This is the lecture of object oriented programming using C++. As we completed our second chapter, that is classes and object, and this is the very important chapter for this subject. Okay, because object oriented means what? Everything is depend upon the classes and object. Now today we will start our third unit, that is extending classes using inheritance. This unit has 16 marks and requires 10 lectures. So before going to start this session, we will see what are the outcome of this unit. So see here the unit outcome of this third unit, that is after completion of this unit you will be able to explain given type of inheritance based on its characteristics. Also you can implement given type of inheritance in C++ program. Next outcome is you can write C++ program using virtual base class. And last is you can use constructor in the given derived class. So see here, these are the subpoints of this unit. The first is introduction to inheritance, defining a derived class, visibility modes and effects. The second subpoint of this unit is types of inheritance. Into that we will see the single inheritance, multi-level inheritance, multiple inheritance, hierarchical inheritance and hybrid inheritance, which is the combination of all these types of inheritance. The last and third subpoint is a virtual base class, abstract class and constructors in derived class. So these are the three subpoints of this unit. So let us start with the introduction of inheritance. So inheritance is the capability of one class to inherit properties from another class. Inheritance in C++ is a technique of organizing information in a hierarchical form. It is like a child inheriting the features of its parent. So we will take one example. When any new child came, that child has characteristics or features of both of its parents, that is mother and father. So some habits or some features, even some diseases are inherited from our parents. So this is a inheritance, means a child is derived from its mother and father, that is its parents. Inheritance is a form of software reusability in which new classes are created from existing classes by absorbing their attributes and behavior. We know that in the object oriented programming and in a C++ we have class. That class contain what? Data types and data members and member functions. So data members means what? The variables, and member functions are the functions. By using this inheritance concept, we can derive new class from the existing class, and the features means what? That data members and member functions directly inherited into that new derived class. The technique of building new classes incorporating the properties of existing classes is known as inheritance. See here, what is the meaning of this? The technique of building new classes incorporating the properties of existing classes is known as inheritance. Means what? See here the diagram. Here it is a base class. It has some features like feature X, Y, Z, and when we derive new class, that is this is a new class. From this base class, the features of this base class is inherited into the new derived class. So here are the feature X, Y, Z, which is derived from the base class, and this process is known as the inheritance, or this is the concept of inheritance. Inheritance is a process by which object of one class acquires properties of object of another class. Inheritance is an important feature of object-oriented programming. Inheritance can be described as the process of creating new class, and this new class we can call it as a derived class from the existing class, and existing class is known as the base class. A base class is often called the parent or superclass, and derived class is called the child or subclass. Now see, this is a base class. We can also it called as a parent class, also superclass, and this is the new class which is derived from the previous class. So it is known as a child class or subclass. See, base class has, take the example, there are three features x, y, z. This new derived class is derived from the base class. So these features are what incorporated into the new derived class. So this is the all about inheritance. Now see here, a derived class in the inheritance may itself be a base class from which additional classes are derived. Means, take the example, we have the grandparents also. So some features of the grandparents are inherited into our parents, okay, and some features of the grandparents as well as the parents are inherited into us. So here, when grandparents are the base class, in that case our parents are the subclass or derived class, and when the example is our parents become the base class and we are the derived class. So these parent classes work as a derived class also and base class also. So there is no specific limit on the number of classes that may be derived from one another, which forms a class hierarchy. Now see here, example. This is a base class, that is a fruit. Okay, the fruit class has some common features like fruits are sweet. Okay, fruits had some color, also taste. These are the some features of the fruit class, and all are inherited into the subclasses, okay, or derived classes. A red delicious apple is a part of the fruit class. Hence, inheritance supports the concept of classification. With the help of classification, an object need only define those qualities that make it unique within its classes. So here, see here, apple, orange, banana, pineapple, all are the fruit class because it has some common feature. Here is no any flower. Why? Because it has some another features. In OOP, it is possible for a base class to have one or more derived class. Means what? We can derive number of derived class from the single base class. See here. Here 4 subclasses or derived classes are derived from this fruit base class. Okay. And for one derived class to have more or many base classes. Also take this is the derived class and it can be inherited from 2 different classes also, 2 different base classes also, and this gives us different form of inheritance. So now we will see the overview of types of inheritance. The first is single inheritance. See here the diagram of single inheritance. It is very easy to get what is the single inheritance from this diagram, because here x and y, these are the two classes. X is a base class, y is a derived class. So when a derived class with only one base class, see here, a derived class means y with only one base class, that is x, then it is known as the single inheritance, because single class is inherited from the base class x. Okay, now the multiple inheritance. What is meant by multiple inheritance? See here, these x and y both are the base classes, and z is a derived class which is derived from the both x and y class. Means this z derived class has the features of both x class and y class, because these are the what base class of the derived class. So a derived class, that is z, with more than one base class, that is x and y, is called as a multiple inheritance. Okay, see here, multiple inheritance means what? More than one base class inherited into a single derived class, it is known as a multiple inheritance. See the difference between this? It has a single base class and a single derived class. In the next type, that is a multiple inheritance, more than one base class, that is x and y, and a derived class. Okay, next the hierarchical inheritance. See here, if one base class inherited by more than one derived class, then it is known as the hierarchical inheritance. See here, see here x, y, z, these three are the derived classes, and these are derived from the base class A. So here single base class and multiple derived class, and this type of inheritance is known as the hierarchical inheritance. Okay, see the difference between multiple inheritance and hierarchical inheritance. In a multiple inheritance, there are more than one base class and a single derived class. In hierarchical inheritance, a single base class and multiple derived class. Okay, next multi-level inheritance. See here, these are the levels. Okay, previous we have seen the example of our grandparents. Suppose x are the grandparents, y are our parents, and z are we. So the y is a derived class of a base class x, and z is a derived class of base class y. Now y is acting as a derived class as well as base class. Y is the derived class for class x and y is a base class for class z. So this is the level. So it is called as a multi-level inheritance. The mechanism of deriving a class from another derived class is known as multi-level inheritance. See again, I will repeat, the mechanism of deriving a class that is z from another derived class, the derived class is y, is known as multi-level inheritance. Means what? This z class is derived from another derived class which is derived from the class x. So these are the different level. So it is called as a multi-level inheritance. Okay. Next is a hybrid inheritance. So name itself suggests hybrid means combination of previous different types of inheritance. So one class is inherited by many derived classes which are again base class for other derived class. This form of inheritance is called hybrid inheritance. In other words, combination of one or more inheritance together is called as hybrid inheritance. This is the very important line. See here, combination of one or more inheritance together is called as a hybrid inheritance. See here, x is a base class and y and z are the derived class of the x. So see here, only these three This is the hierarchical inheritance because X is a single base class and Y and Z are the what? Derived class. And C, only this part, that is the Y and Z are the base class and A is the derived class. So it is a multiple inheritance. So this is the combination of hierarchical and multiple inheritance. So it is called as a hybrid inheritance. Okay. So in the today's session we have seen the introduction of inheritance, means what is by inheritance. So again listen the simple definition of inheritance. When deriving new class from existing class is known as the inheritance. So existing class is known as the base class, new class is known as the derived class. We can call base class as a parent class and superclass also, and we can call new class as a subclass as well as child class, and we can create derived class from base class also and derived class also. So this gives us 5 type of inheritance. The first one is a single inheritance, next is a multiple inheritance, hierarchical inheritance, multi-level inheritance, and last one is a hybrid inheritance. Okay, in the next lecture we will see the benefits of inheritance and the defining derived classes, means how to define derived class.